Hi guys, it's been a long time since I left you. Okay, anyway, um, it's been a while, but thank you for tuning in. If you watch this, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Um, I don't know, guys. I feel like I keep saying this. Like I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing this, but I keep getting drawn back or like pulled back to it. Um, But the topic of today really, well, okay, welcome to my podcast, Heart Flow, the podcast where me, Shayla, your host, talk about different topics that either are given to me or that I see and want to explore, talk about more, expound upon, um, or things that are happening in my life. It's been a lot about my own healing journey. Um, And it's kind of in the same vein as that, a little bit. Um, but the topic for today is when love isn't enough. That's the topic for today. When love isn't enough. But before I get to that, my uncle on my dad's side passed away this week. Um, and so I want to, send my condolences to my dad's side of the family. I don't know if they watch this. Whoever watches this, I have no idea. But my condolences to them. And I was thinking, like, how do I say this for real? What makes me like what makes me a bit sad, or like something that I really may have to grieve, is the fact that I don't know that side of the family, my family. Like, I didn't grow up with them. I didn't go over there like that, um, because I was with my mom. And I'll just say that I was with my mom, um, which, little girls want to be with their moms, I guess. I don't know what that was about. I don't know. I didn't explore it. I haven't explored that. I didn't ask no questions about it for real. But I do know that my brother had to like really advocate to go to that side of the family. Like he had to really press. He had to press the issue to go over there. Um, and I did not do that. Um, I can see why I didn't do that. Um, I, I I can see why I didn't do that. Not because of anything with them, just a me thing. And pressing the issue, or really asking my mom to um, go do things at that age, I can tell wasn't really a press for me. It wasn't something that I was going to do. Um, so yeah. But I don't know that side of the family that well. I don't really have a relationship with them like that, um, which is unfortunate. I used to go over there. Like, it's not like I never went over there. I did used to go over there or whatever, but it wasn't frequent, and that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Not saying that I wouldn't have any trauma if maybe I would have went to that side. Oh, I shouldn't laugh at that. But maybe maybe things could have been different. Maybe I could have been shaped a little differently. Maybe not. Um, but maybe things could have been a bit different, like a hair different, uh, for me, if I would have spent more time over there versus um, my mom's side of the family. Um, but and maybe if I would have had relationships with my aunts over there, you know, um, I wouldn't really feel like I don't have relationships with aunts anywhere, you know. Um, it's harder when you get older because life be life and stuff, and things get in the way, and building relationships do take two people, and um, but um, yeah. So I don't have, even when my dad passed, I didn't have a relationship with my dad. Um, so it wasn't like hard for me when he passed away. Um, it's unfortunate that he passed away and how he passed away. Um, yeah, that part sucked. That part really sucked. Um, but I didn't have a relationship with my dad. And then also, because of the up and down the roller coaster relationship we did have, the dynamic we did have, at like a point in 2016, something around then, I really had to like take a moment with myself and ask myself if, like, if my dad died today, would I be okay with how things are? And I was, because there's only so much I can do as like the child, and you are the parent. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point you have to do better and choose better, and I can't do that for you. And I wash my hands with um how things were. So that's how I was moving forward, and that's how I lived in my life. So it was unfortunate that I didn't have a close relationship with him. I wasn't beefing with him. I didn't have no problem with him. There's just some things that I wouldn't tolerate, and um wouldn't be around. And I think he got that point, because I would literally walk away and not talk to him. And he would have to sit with that, you know? But there's no beef or malice or anything like that when he passed away, or years until then. So with my uncle, um, we butt heads one time when I was staying with my grandma, for a short period. What I did was very inappropriate. I didn't do nothing to him, but in the situation, my behavior was inappropriate. So him like going off was valid, right? Um, at the time, I thought it was hard. Well, how he came across was still kind of harsh, but it was harsh for me, because I was like, I don't even know you do for real like that. But um, like, that was the last time we had. That wasn't the last time we spoke, but like for real had some type of engagement or interaction. That was like the last time, and that was in like '09. Um, and I hadn't heard from a scene from our paths never crossed. I didn't really go to my grandma's side, to my grandma's house anymore after that. Um, and then I moved to Houston. My life was just like this, honestly. Like, so, um, I was in Houston for maybe a few months. Came back. No, 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 no. That's not true. Anyway, I was in Houston for some years, and then went back to Portland and was there for a couple of years. Got my bachelor's, whatever, and then came back down. But anyway, there was no real communication with him, with that side of the family at all. Um, so the last time I saw him was at my dad's service. At my dad's service. Um, and, you know, no beef. Hugged, Um, Actually, I didn't see him at my dad's service. I'm sure he was there, but I didn't. I don't think I saw him. Maybe briefly, but I saw him at the when we ate afterwards. That's where I saw him. I gave him a hug or whatever, and we chatted a little bit. And that was the last time I saw him. And then I saw. We went to my grandma's house for Christmas. When I was up there for Christmas, went to my grandma's house, but I don't remember seeing him. I don't remember him coming out of his room. But this passing was sudden. It wasn't well, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. Never mind. Cut. I'm not really about to cut or edit that. But it was still very quick. He passed quickly. But yeah, but I don't, there's no, I don't have any attachment. I don't have any, but it's just an unfortunate situation, a sad situation. My family are feeling away. My cousins, my brother was around them more than me. So, he has more like memories and all that with that side of the family. I don't. So it's unfortunate that that the people I care for are, mourning and grieving and are in pain and stuff. But all that to say, condolences to the Johnson family. That's sad. I don't know if his last name was Johnson. That's actually really sad. But my condolences to my dad's side of the family. It's hard when you kind of like when something is back to back. That sucks. That's hard. That's tough. Though my dad passed in 2024, I think. Yeah, in 2024. Either way, it's still. Anyway, I'm rambling. So, moving on. When love isn't enough, right? When love isn't enough. So, I don't know, I was trying to sit with this, but got distracted, whatever the case. But when it came to my mind, I was thinking of the scripture, Corinthians 13, right? When it says love is kind, love is patient, love is this, love is that, love is that, la la la, la la la, la la la, love, right? And you would think like love is enough. Like love is enough, right? God's love is enough because it encompasses all things. It's unconditional, right? It's like truly unconditional. But love and relationship is not, because there has to be a willingness to be committed to each other and like work things through and work things out. And also, like, you guys have to align. Like, if there's no alignment and agreement, how is that actually going to work? And all of this came really looking at the relationship I have with my male best friend. And, like, I love that man. Really, truly, honestly, I love him. And he know that. And I know he loved me. But it would never work because we have different relationship structures, right? And what we believe work in relationships. And you can't just throw love on that and expect it to work out. At least not for me. Let me speak for myself. Because I do love him, right? I love him down. I love him deeply, truly. There's really nothing anyone can say or do to make me not love him. Okay? But we don't believe in the same relationship structure. He's poly, okay? I'm not. And I was even sitting with that, right? Not even something that he was like, oh, you should be poly so we can do whatever. He never has pressured me to be poly. He has never he hasn't even like suggested it to me. Because he sees me, he knows me, and he knows it wouldn't work for me. So it's not even a him thing. It was a me thing. I was like, I was sitting with it. I was like, poly. Could poly work for me? Could it really, like, what would be difficult about it for me? But it wouldn't work because I don't like women like that. I barely get along with them on a platonic associate level. So to be in some type of romantic relationship with one, oh, miss me, please. Because it's just not. Absolutely not. And then outside of that, I feel like what I share with you is between me and you. Like, whatever our inside jokes are, whatever our struggles are, that's between me and you, right? No one else should have like an inside look on what's happening between us. Nobody else should be hee hee and ha ha and to our inside jokes. What are you doing over here? Why? What? You wasn't with us shooting in a gym, literally, figuratively. So it wouldn't work for me. And then also, as much, like, literally, I know that he loves me, okay? He loves me. He loves me down. He loves me deep, right? Great. And as much as I know that, if we were in a poly relationship, I'm going to be looking at him with a side eye because what you talking to her for? Whatever you said to her, come over here and say it to me, too. And why are you even talking to her when you got me? That's my thing. Why are you talking to her when you have me? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't compute to me up here. It doesn't compute up here for me. So it just wouldn't work. Because then what you hee hee and ha ha with her for? What y'all laughing about? What's so funny? Share the joke. It doesn't work. So I told him, I was like, this wouldn't work for me. And he's like, I know that. I know it wouldn't work. That's why I never asked you. He was like, I've never asked you and I won't ask you because I know it doesn't work for you. And he was like, no. I said, nope, you've never asked me that. You really haven't. I was like, it's not a you thing, it was a me thing. I had to sit with that and really see, like how big of an issue that would be for me. And it would be a big issue for me, truly. And it's not that I don't love him. I love him down. I love him deep. And I know he loved me. But love would not be enough there. It would not be enough. Okay? Just like so that's that example, right? With my ex, I didn't know I was bringing up this example, so I haven't sat with this actually for real. But with my ex, say we love each other, okay? Say we love each other equally. Love each other down, okay? But he was a habitual cheater. There was no moment in time that he was not cheating. Not one moment. As much as he loved me, he could not love me enough for me to continue to be with someone that was going to continue to cheat cheat on me and threaten my life with that cheating and to lie about it. Like, there's no amount of love that was going to keep me there. So love is not enough. You guys must align. There has to be an alignment. There has to be a willingness to work on it. And you know what I love about my best friend? And I can tell he thought about this. Because when I had this conversation with him, he was like, say I did for you, right? Which was try to be monogamous. He was like, say I did. He was like, let's say I did, and then, and I'm cool for a while, right? He was like, and then I cheat. He was like, you gonna be mad, we gonna argue, and then you're not gonna talk to me no more. Very true. He was like, our relationship is not going to be the same. He's like, and I'm not about to risk that for nothing. And I said, I get it. I do. And that's why we can't go there. And that's why it just wouldn't work. As much as we love each other, it's not going to happen that way. Right? But then also with me sitting with this, I said, okay, so it's not going to be that. He's my friend and my best friend, and I love him down. I can love him as the second man in my life to be safe. Be a truly safe space for me. I'm 37. And I said the second man. Okay? That's wild to only experience 2 safe men in your life. Crazy. And that's another reason why I'm not about to, we don't have to be in a relationship because he's safe and I'm good with safe. He's my friend and I'm good with safe. The other man is my brother, of course. If y'all didn't know, y'all should have knew that. But yeah, so love, no. Love is wonderful and love is necessary and needed, I believe. Unless it's just obligation. I mean, and then just do your obligation and do that thing, right? But in obligation comes through obligation comes frustration because it's not coming from a place of like care and love because I love this person I want to do, because I care about this person I want to do. It's coming from, I have to do this. I'm obligated to do this. I think that's very different. Like, I'm responsible for my son. And as a mother, I do have an obligation to take care of him, right? Like, to care for him, right? But it's the love I have for my child that I do all the things I do for him. If I was consistently sitting in the seat of obligation, motherhood would be so frustrating all the time. Motherhood is already exhausting, okay? Because the weight is on you. Single parenthood is exhausting. I just wanted to give space to that. I just wanted it to sit because it's exhausting. But when I look at my son and the love I have for him, the love I have for him allows me to push through some of that some of that exhaustion and frustration because I truly absolutely love my son. Right? That's my baby. I love him. So I'm going to do the things that I need to do because I love him and I want him to be well. And I want him to be a whole person. So in relationship, I believe love is necessary. In romantic relationship, I believe love is necessary to help you push through things. But it's not the only thing. It's not the only thing that makes a relationship work. Yeah, people, that's all I got. That's it, that's all. Honestly and truly, I have nothing else. I really don't. I was going to try to think of something, but I'm not even about to do that. I'm at work and I'm about to see if somebody else is here. And then I have a meeting in a few minutes. So anyway, that's it. That's all. This is short, nothing long, nothing exhaustive. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please, you can send me a message on Instagram and Facebook at My Heart Speaks LLC. Also comment on this video. Comment on the video. Tell me what you think. What are your thoughts? Here, Instagram, Facebook, but on YouTube is great as well. Okay, talk to you guys later. Possibly, I don't know when. So I hope y'all's Valentine's Day. What is this, girl? Y'all, it's April. Did something happen this month? I hope you guys had a great Easter. I hope your Easter went well, celebrating Jesus and his resurrection, you know. I think that's it. Okay. Bye-bye.